Life is a sport.
1,000 retweets. You get your ass kicked. It's in the promo for the fight. We're the next big Jake Paul KSI. Whoever wins gets Jake Paul. That's badass.
We make that thing. We make it just act like it is a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and sit down. I just want to make sure this is centered. Nice.
Like Jake agreed. Then he gets his lawyer. Lawyer's like, you can't say that. And
seriously, say it again.
now
Shut that shit
give me
down.
your house. And we'll think about not, suing your future kids and shit. Like,
Yeah, we don't. But that's just us talking. The lawyer's like, we don't care about that half-ass little podcast you guys do. Keep doing it. It doesn't matter to us.
Yeah, well, come at us, bro.
Yeah, don't talk about Jake Paul.
Jake Paul can suck a dick.
We'll
seemed like a cool guy when I met him.
Oh, okay. You met Jake Paul.
Saw him at a bar.
I saw him.
Did you converse with him?
No.
Did you think you were going to kick his ass?
I didn't think he was that big as the TV showed.
Did you? Think
he was wearing 3 layers of sweaters and shit. It was cold that day.
Were you wearing 3 layers of sweaters?
Yeah.
Wow. What colors?
Blue, red, yellow.
Is that you?
Not in that order, though.
You were Mr. Paul.
Stop
Me.
your fucking microphone.
No, I'm trying to get it set for the whole time.
Stop touching
Me.
me. See?
There we go.
Me. But he just seemed like, cool guy. I bet he was hanging out with people I didn't know.
Okay.
You know how I know everyone.
That's true. A local Cleveland comic.
Yeah. And no one knows.
No, a lot of people know you.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. They don't think highly of you or anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think a lot of people
they
know who you
They
are.
know that guy. But he seemed like, a nice dude. He was probably hanging out with high school friends.
Still in high school?
No, they're out of high school.
DeAndre Joe.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's it called? He knew some people that went to high school with the Paul brothers.
Oh, dude.
I guess they were
He's the same age, right? Around the same
He's
age?
around there. He said they were like pretty good at football.
Mm.
Then,
They're athletes.
But they're like
Sure.
assholes. Like they're really mean to their mom.
I can see that.
He's like, yeah, they're like really mean to their mom. Like they don't even like talk to her now or anything. And then there was that whole thing where like Jake Paul claimed he was from the streets.
Yeah, he's the weird one.
Isn't he from West?
They're from Westlake.
Wait, it was Jake and Jack, right? Or no?
Logan.
Yeah, Logan's the other one. Damn. We were just talking about it. I totally forgot his name. Because I really don't care for him.
Wait, which one's which?
Logan fought KSI.
Is that's the one you seen at the bar, or you seen Jake?
I saw Logan.
Oh, you were saying Jake the whole time.
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You were. You were.
No.
I'm under the impression that you were there with Jake.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, it was Logan. See, like, I get him
He was
confused.
there with...
Hey, remember that girl that flashed during the World Series?
Yeah.
She is with one of the Paul brothers now.
Yeah, she's with the Jake.
Jake, yeah.
Jake. Not Logan, Jake.
The one you met?
Not the one I met.
Logan.
She's with Jake right now.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
I text him. I text Logan. We after the bar.
Didn't Logan
started
go
being
through like a
friends.
messy breakup not that long ago?
I can tell you.
I think he did.
Yeah, I don't know shit about
I think there's a girl named Tana Mangu or something like that. It's,
Could you bring that up, Sean?
I've heard... I think I've heard her.
Tana Mangu or something like that.
Tana Mangu? Isn't that a bike? No, mongoose.
Mongoose. Yeah, not mongoose.
Did you have a mongoose when you grew up? Bike?
No, when I made something happened. Like a birthday or something, I got some money. I bought a Haro.
Oh, you're a Haro dude.
Ryan Nyquist Haro.
Oh, Ryan Nyquist? That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite BMXers.
Me too. He was like a dirt. I remember he
Dirt
was the
guy.
dirt
He's
guy.
a dirt dude.
And then Mura's more of the ramps. You know,
He was more commercial too. He
like
was
the
very
Tony
popular.
Hawk
He
of
was
biking. He had the
Tana
video.
Mangu...
Didn't he just pass away? Or
She's pretty
No.
hot.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think she dated a Paul.
Yeah, Paul Logan there. That's,
Or
They broke
Jake.
up.
Wait, how come this is... I'm confused. Up here it's
Jake.
Logan up here, and it's Jake down here. Who knows?
okay, Jake is right where the cursor is. Tanya. I can't pronounce her name.
See what I'm saying? Mangu.
Mangu, yeah, right? That's what I want to say, but...
That's where I go.
What's Logan Paul's net worth?
Logan Paul's
bet it's
net
like-
worth probably a ton.
I bet it's like 25,000.
Like sometimes
50 million, 50 million,
there's
or
like,
something like that.
things like this I know a little bit about. Like you're bored on your phone.
Yeah, that's how I know them.
Jake Paul, he fought, and then you keep scrolling like Messi
$19
break up with this
million
girl.
dollars. Holy
What?
Off of YouTube.
God
Off
damn.
of YouTube and Vine.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Because I mean, we're way cooler than he is. He's more strikingly handsome, and
You know what?
Oh,
If people
that's-
meet us, they like us probably more than him.
I would think so.
You know, I think so. We're really fun guys.
I think so too.
I've
Which
never,
explains why we watched the fight alone.
Yeah.
Night while everyone was at parties.
At
and
parties,
bars
yeah.
and stuff.
that's I prefer to watch the fight.
I don't like when you're watching a fight or even like a bigger sports game and someone's like
yapping,
come on.
and they're not talking
Like,
about it
get
either.
into it, man.
Yeah, I hate
Like,
when
come
someone
on.
just starts like they'll talk about a TV show in the middle of it.
Can I say it? James, we're talking about you, bro. I know Sheldon extended that olive branch last night. We were happy you didn't come.
Oh,
We
man.
hate watching fights with you, bro.
Dude, you guys said that? I wasn't there to bash him too. Fuck.
You said this.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That gummy worm you ate last night went straight to your head, bro.
Gummy worms. I don't know.
I'm
what
just
you're
kidding,
talking
James. We miss you.
about. Fuck.
James Joe.
Yeah, just James Joe. It's
I'm gonna hit this suit.
not on camera.
It's a fucking ammonia inhaler, bro. Get you jacked up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I definitely prefer to watch the fight with just fight fans.
Yeah.
People who are really in here. You actually get to watch it. Like, how much would we have been able to watch that fight? If,
Not only watch it too, but like just like after I watch, I like to stay off Twitter during a fight. Then I go on after, and I just see how other people looked at it too.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, I never
Compared to
look
what I
at
saw.
what people are saying during the fight.
yeah, I'm not
Don't do
into that. But if let's say I can't watch a fight for some reason, I don't mind following along on just Twitter.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I do
It's
that
kinda
when I
fun.
with
when I used to work during a
boxing,
fight.
well, you go to Rosie Perez, see how she
Yeah,
scored the
like
fight.
a Showtime fight or something like that. Like, it's kind of fun.
So, what'd you guys think about that fight last night?
All
Wilder
time
Fury 2.
performance from Fury. All time.
one of the it's gonna be that performance will be talked about for years to come.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 30 for 30. It's gonna be, you know what I mean?
Well, going in, I thought if there was going to be an aggressor, over-aggressive, it'd be Wilder.
Yeah, everyone did.
And I
almost.
thought if Fury was going to win it, he was going to have to take him into deep water late and try to win by the cards, and just dodge the Fury or the big Wilder right hand.
Mm-hmm.
He kicked his ass. He was bigger. He made him feel that he was bigger the whole fight.
Yeah.
He bullied him.
He bullied him.
Every chance he got, he hung on his neck,
He-
pushed on him, laid on him.
Anytime Deontay looked like he wanted to go close the distance,
he stopped it.
He was there.
He stepped in.
He was there.
Jab, step in.
Or he at least threw that little feint and
Yeah.
made Deontay stop. Like he was so persistent. That would he was in great shape, even though he came in heavier. Dominant. He was strong. The weight didn't slow him down.
No, it didn't. Like you said, he was doing the WWE stuff, and then he comes in heavier. That's you have to be suspect. Like maybe he didn't train hard enough. That's why
Yeah.
But it was a plan, like to get heavier and
almost
like,
to be in his head.
to clinch
He's
him.
a showman enough to do shit like that, And when we were watching, you pointed it out, but that one time it looked like he was just gonna go lay on him, almost get him in like a guillotine and just apply pressure to his neck and
Then he
weigh him
comes
down.
with the uppercut.
And he just came with an
Yeah, he pushed his
uppercut.
hand down
It was so
and-
crafty, man.
Yeah.
It was so crafty.
It was an MMA style level change.
It was that was dominant.
That's what I said about like a couple months ago or weeks ago. Fury's posting pictures up with Till and shit, learning like Muay Thai and all that stuff. I'm sure he learned some kind of like grappling through
Some
that.
dirty
some
boxing.
clinch,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Braun Strowman.
The guy, yeah.
WWE.
WWE.
He
dude.
went toe to toe with him at WWE Super
How'd
Showdown
that fight
in
go?
Saudi Arabia. I didn't even watch it. Well, those are on during the day, so I didn't see it.
Okay.
So I never went back to watch it. But what Fury did was insane last night, man. And
Yeah.
and two, it's crazy that because he was on top of the world when he beat Klitschko. He was the first person to beat a fucking Klitschko in like 10 years. I don't know the exact date, so don't quote me on that. But he was at the top of the world and he fucking got there and
fell into depression,
drug problem, alcohol problem. He was fucking 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Like I think he lost a child. Like,
did
he? Yeah. He was close to divorce. Like, and he comes back to this.
Yeah.
To go like a roll up. Usually the human body can't do that. And the way he got knocked out by Wilder to like get back up, like. Nothing can hold this guy down. He's so resilient.
Yeah, that's a testament of his mind. His ring IQ, everything. Like, you would have thought he would have still tried to like outbox him, but he did the complete opposite. No one saw. Wilder clearly didn't see this coming.
He bullied him.
He just kept clinching him and like hitting him on the way out. Just kept getting in his face.
Remember, he had that point deducted from him. I think that was in the game plan. I might lose 2-3 fucking points. They're not going to DQ me. I'm just going to bully this guy.
And he was looking to knock him out. He was really looking to beat him in this one.
He did it, man. I'm happy. I'm really just happy.
What's up with Wilder's ear?
I read today
Is it fucked up?
that there was a cut inside of his ear. He got stitches, and it's not a busted eardrum.
Okay. Because if it was, once that happened, the shit did turn around.
The fight was different after that punch.
Yeah.
But even then, he
was winning.
Even if it's not a busted eardrum, it's that punch hitting him where it did, like right there. Still could have thrown the equilibrium off. His legs were not there. But remember, he spoke about something being wrong with his legs at the end of the fight. He said, I don't want to make excuses, but I'm going to make an excuse about my leg. I didn't really catch everything he said there. But look at it this way, too. When did Fury knock him out? 6th round?
7th.
7th round?
Yeah.
So that's 19 rounds they fought. How many rounds did Tyson Fury lose? Out of those 19 rounds, 3?
Yeah.
Tops?
Yeah.
He beat his ass. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. He's a punch away from dominating that guy back to back.
He might be the best I've ever fucking seen.
I was thinking. That's why I asked you about your UFC pass code or whatever. I think if I relate his game plan to anyone of recent years, it was like Stipe and Ngannou. Like Ngannou, but he did it better because he knocked the guy out. He beat, you know what I mean? But like, same kind of concept, just big ass power puncher. Watch out, he nullified it.
I think of Maidana Mayweather 1, where Maidana just went in and swung like crazy. He was hitting Mayweather here, like
he was throwing weird angle shots, like
it was like a street fight. Like, I'm just gonna throw punches. I don't care where it hits you, but you're not gonna feel comfortable. And Fury with the going up in weight and adding strength, just pummeled him.
Yeah, he
it was crazy, man. And that's Deontay Wilder.
He didn't let him use his hand like that. He just stopped his one move.
Oh my, the constant pressure from a guy that probably last night weighed 280 pounds. That's
he moves well.
He moves so well.
You ever see pictures of the stills from last night, dude? His body's he's like all legs, no torso, like a little torso about the size of mine, and just legs and arms. It's crazy.
The way he moves is second to none, man. But then before, did you guys have anything else to say about Fury? Well, I guess what do you want next? Let me say I've read.
Go first.
I just read that Wilder's camp is saying, or reports are coming out that he's going to invoke the mandatory rematch, which would be immediate. So the next fight for both of them would just be a rematch. If I'm Wilder, I go that way.
I'm cool with it, especially because it wasn't an eardrum.
Yeah, you have to. And then Wilder deserves it. To me, he's made me. I cared about the heavyweight division longer because of Wilder than I had. I knew about Wilder before I knew about Fury, and he's been kicking everybody in his way's ass. He deserves the immediate rematch. I invoke it. It's on him. Yeah, invoke it. Let's do it. Let's run it back.
And then if somehow he wins, which I just don't fucking see it. But if somehow he wins, you gonna have to run it back.
Yeah.
But
this is great. We're in this is
some good ass heavyweight
fight. This is a great heavyweight rivalry, man.
If
Joshua,
if Fury wins, then Joshua Fury in London at
Wembley.
No, I go Olympic Stadium.
Is that bigger?
It's that stadium they built for the last Olympics.
I mean,
okay.
England would fucking go crazy.
It'll be nuts. Fucking nuts. Let's do it, man. The heavyweight division is back. In boxing, man. We've never seen that in our lifetimes. Because we were all three of us were young when Tyson was fighting.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing my uncles, my dad stuff talk about Tyson fights, but I never watched with my own two eyes. Mm-hmm. I don't remember watching a live Tyson fight.
The London Stadium for concerts, which is what I would put boxing in the category of. Concerts seats about 80,000 people.
Let's do it.
I think it would be sick. It's a fucking beautiful place.
And you can even hear it when someone from Europe comes and fights in
right there, London Stadium.
Oh hell yeah, it's beautiful. When someone from Europe comes and fights in Vegas, the following that comes with them, they're loud. You hear them the whole fucking. You remember Ricky Hatton?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he brought half the fucking country with him when he fought.
Was hot. Yeah, I mean the next.
So to have that fight over there is would be fun.
When the fucking asshole Connor fights in Vegas, it's like Ireland.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. So yeah, I guess that's. We see a rematch next. I guess.
I guess that's the only step really. Yeah, if you got that cause,
it's on Wilder.
But what do you think Wilder has to do? I think Wilder needs to actually work on his fundamentals.
Yeah.
Maybe get bigger.
He can't just
get bigger.
Yeah. Both.
Stay big. Get bigger.
Keep going up. Against Fury, at least, you can't just go big game hunting the whole fight. You can't just go looking for a place to put that right hand because he's not going to give it to you.
And you know what? Even with the right hand, you know what? Use it at the body. Mm-hmm. Just start using the right hand on the body.
I thought at the beginning, Wilder was looking really good with his jab. As good as I've really seen him.
I think that was kind of the thing.
Because he was going to the body with it too, and then Fury just started kicking his ass.
The jab... Universally, everyone's like, he has to do the jab more. He needs to set things up with the jab.
I actually thought it came out at the beginning pretty good.
I think, that was probably the fucking game plan. Jab and, move around and be patient. But he got fucking rocked.
He
was getting beat up.
That's the game plan if you think Fury's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah, and he didn't. He never, no one.
Was it just Wilder's corner didn't seem very good to me. The guy's bleeding out of his ear. They're not
There's
even,
a few.
cleaning
Yeah, they were saying that.
It's they didn't change. Fury obviously came in and did something that I don't think they thought he was going to do. I think they thought Fury was going to fight this fight like he did the first fight. But Wilder didn't make any adjustments. Even when we did hear the corner, it's set up the big one with the jab.
Who's his corner and who's corner trained?
At least tell him that fuck at that point abandon the jab and just throw the right. Mm-hmm. You need to let that one go. If Fury's just jumping down your throat because he knows you're not gonna throw it and all you're throwing out is the jab. Mm-hmm. Let it go. You gotta be the aggressor. You can't wait for Fury to throw at that point. And he was still messing with the jab and stuff.
You know how they talk about Wilder not having the amateur experience? That is super important because you grow up. It's okay, you can pick up, skateboarding. I know you know a little bit about it, Dave, but kids who pick up skateboarding at 13, 14, they're just great at, by 21, they're fucking just super comfortable on the board. Mm-hmm. They understand how the board moves. You learn that. But at 20, you pick it up at 20. You can still learn skateboarding, but you won't ever have that comfortability like that.
I just,
you know what I'm saying?
DeAndre was asking, Joe. He was a coworker of mine was asking me the other day. He's like, Lil Wayne skateboards, is he good? I'm like, he's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
If anybody else would if that wasn't Lil Wayne and he went to a skate park, he wouldn't get laughed. People aren't mean; they don't just laugh at you. But he's terrible.
Yeah, you know
he doesn't even look right.
If he showed up looking like that, if he showed up being Lil Wayne, he's probably gonna get made fun of.
Yeah, if he looked like Lil Wayne, but he wasn't Lil Wayne, people are like, dude, get this guy. Out of here,
yeah, but what is he doing? Lil Wayne. Yeah, and you see,
I've seen Bieber on a board. Bieber isn't the worst, but he seems really multi-talented.
Every time I try to remember seeing Bieber on a board, Ryan Sheckler just pumps in my head.
So you just see a Ryan Sheckler doing
I'm just watching Ryan Sheckler do.
So you picture Bieber being pretty fucking good.
No, Bieber skates. I would tell you, I seen him. He's better than Lil Wayne. He could do some flip tricks. but they're like super slow. He's not moving fast. He could do 50-50, 5-0, I think.
There's a video on YouTube we'll check out later. It's literally Justin Bieber versus Lil Wayne skateboarding, like doing a side by side.
Okay, we should. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think when he's trying to implement that like jab, plan. He couldn't do it. Experience. So he couldn't keep it on after he got rocked and stuff. Like,
just look at the difference.
It's not ingrained in him.
Craftiness between him and Fury. Like we talked about earlier, that when it looked like he was going to grab him in a guillotine and he just fucking popped him with an uppercut. Like, Wilder's struggling to land a jab at that point.
Put him in hell.
And here's Fury's like inventing new punches on the fly. Like, that's the difference between a guy that started when Wilder did and a guy that's fought his whole life like Fury.
That is the difference. You need experience, clearly, and like just being in that, like, if that was in his brain, like, that jab thing, he would have done it, stun and everything, because just muscle memory.
Yeah.
But it's just a new thing to him, right?
And it's like,
so I would assume
it's like you could watch a basketball team and you put all the talent on the team. All year they run through everybody, but when you get to the championship and you fight another team with the talent that plays in a good system and doesn't make mistakes, they run over the guy that just relies on their talent all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with Wilder and Fury.
Toronto Golden State, you ran up against an animal. Multiple animals. Pascal Siakam, a fucking animal. Kawhi Leonard, the animal of all animals.
And Golden State just lost Curry. Clay went out at the end of that series. Like, that's what it took to take that fucking team down. And
that's what it takes for that team to win. That's why I think all time they're not very good. I think without Kevin Durant and without Kelly Olynyk fucking up Kevin Love and Kyrie going down, they never win a championship. They never win one if there's a perfect storm that was created for them to win.
Plus, and then you got to think, if they lose that first one when Kyrie broke his kneecap, they probably changed the roster around that summer.
They don't get Kevin Durant.
Well, that was another year.
Yeah, but I'm saying they would have not have won one.
Man, did you hear what Kevin Durant said in an interview earlier this week?
No.
He's like, yeah, I always plan on going to Golden State. Even like before that year started, and because they blew they had a 3-1 lead on Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. The same year Golden State blew the 3-1 lead on us, they avenged one against Oklahoma City that year.
No shit.
And it's fucked up because Durant's on that team. So OKC blows a 3-1 lead, and then Durant bounces and joins Golden State.
To the team that beat him.
And then, he's like, well, I always intended to go there. I liked how they played.
That's the big story, though, when he traded over there. Like,
hasn't the story always been Draymond Green crying in the parking lot, calling Kevin Durant? He admitted that to come play with the Warriors. And then Durant's like, oh, my mind was already made up. I was going to go play with them. Like, I don't buy it, bro.
What LeBron did and what Durant did are two different things.
Completely different.
LeBron went to Miami to beat Boston.
There was two people on that roster when LeBron went there. Dwayne Wade and
tall alien
Udonis Haslem.
No, Chris Bosh came with LeBron.
He came with LeBron.
Oh,
he was on the Raptors.
Okay.
LeBron and Bosh both said at the same time, let's go to Miami with Wade. There's not like a great foundation in place that just won a title 2 years ago.
It was to go and beat Boston. Kevin Durant went to the team that fucking beat him. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You were not supposed to
because
if he would have came here, nobody would have fucking thought differently about it. But he went there. He went to the team that fucking beat him. They were up 3-1. They were
I thought it was a cool story if Durant went to Washington.
Because he's from there.
He's from there. And they had Wall and Beal.
Wall, Beal, Nene, and Gortat at the time.
And Durant. I don't know if the Cavs make 4 straight finals with that team in the East.
Nah.
I don't know. That's a good ass team.
That would have been a good.
That's why, next year, as long as Kyrie's always fucking hurt though. He gets on my fucking nerves, but
he's so fucking
good. He's so good. He's so whacked out up here.
So he's also soft as all. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing with New Jersey. That's a team, like, your 2 best players on your team are soft.
Well, it's fucked up because that team went to the playoffs last year, Brooklyn, before Kyrie and Durant went there. So then Kyrie comes back this year and he plays like a week or two, and he makes this comment of we're good, but we're still a piece or two away from a title. We need to make roster additions. Like, if I'm on Brooklyn, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? We went to the playoffs without Trey. They're a better team by the numbers
when he's not
on the floor.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. He's great one-on-one.
You never want him leading your show.
You need, like, you need a LeBron with him. That's why I'm curious next year to see how he does with KD, because him and KD, like, have a good relationship. They're both kind of like...
The one thing that works for you is KD's not a ball-dominant player.
He's used to Russell. Mm-hmm. He played with Russell. Like, anybody, if you could play with Russell, you could play with Kyrie, you know? So I want to see how that goes next year. That's big on both of them. Because I think, like, Durant's, like, always mad, like, people don't look at him as the best in the world. I think those 2 shots he hit on Cleveland, I think it was game 3 in both series, kind of like a dagger to win the game. Deep threes in, like, LeBron's eye, same spot on the floor. 2 finals in a row, both the finals in that he played with Golden State against the Cavs. He hit like a dagger shot. And to me, both those shots right there, that should make him the best in the world. But I can't give him that because he plays on Golden State. And that makes him, like, mad. He gets mad about that. Like, bro, that's the truth. You shouldn't have gone to that team. They were that was the best regular season team of all time. 73-9. And then you join them. Like, you can say whatever you want, man. But that's why, like, him and then Kyrie hates, like, the fact that he hit the shot against Golden State, and then everybody just talks about LeBron and the block. You know? Like, that's a great shot. I think the blocks are bigger. It's a harder basketball play.
I mean, I can't. I'm biased.
You think the shot's bigger?
No, I'm saying for which one, Curry?
Kyrie's 3.
Oh, versus
the Cavs up versus LeBron's block on Iguodala.
Block.
It's a better basketball play. When you're watching that at home when it was happening, you don't even see LeBron. And I'm throwing my hands. I'm throwing my hands. It was dramatic. Like, fuck, Iguodala's got it, and then like blocked by James. Like, he came out of fucking nowhere.
It's like when you watch a TV show and, like, you know, your character's about to die, but he gets saved by some other guy you didn't think about.
That was Arya Stark stabbing.
Yeah,
the people actually made the meme.
No, really.
Yeah, like
I've seen that. That's that moment. That was that moment. And in the fight. Oh.
Well, I'll say this though: the biggest moment of the finals didn't happen. It almost happened when LeBron almost slammed on Draymond Green. Remember right at the end, Draymond like hard fouled him. LeBron,
it would have been
and
then I also thought
that's the new logo. So did I. But then LeBron missed the first and hit the second free throw, and that put us up 4. And if he hits that dunk to put us up 5 and put the game away,
just that nail
on Draymond.
It would have been. Like, he took off.
That was a huge. That was an insane dunk.
It would have been maybe the craziest dunk in playoff history.
Could you look that up? And then for that to put the final dot, LeBron James on the Fox to break the Cleveland curse.
That would have been fucking beautiful.
That was so close to happening,
dude. That night was wild.
Like,
for everyone.
Everybody talks about the block and the shot being big moments, and I always say I think Rajay Davis's home run for the Indians in the 8th inning was bigger.
Was I there? I was there.
At my house? Yeah, like, that was fucking crazy. Because the block and the shot didn't end the game. There was still time left in the game, you know?
Yeah.
Oh! If he slams that, that's it. Like, any NBA video package from here on out would end with that clip.
That would have been that would have been crazy.
Would have been so.
And then, like, say he still hard fouls him, and LeBron just lays on the floor there with a big, like, grin on his face. Oh, that would have been the shit.
Yeah, I would prefer LeBron actually get hurt. Like, he just hurt really bad.
That would be badass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave it his all.
Like Jordan's hangover game.
They call it the flu game. They call it the flu game.
Yeah, he was just fucking hungover.
They call his retirement.
When he was banned from the league for gambling.
Yeah.
Imagine if LeBron got kicked out of the league, had to go play fucking pickup baseball games.
There's another thing we'll talk about Jordan. I don't want to talk about it on the podcast. I don't know if Swami's hip to it.
No, probably not. The what? Oh yeah.
Right, so we'll talk about it.
Let's do it.
It's the rumor is Jordan had a lot of gambling debt. and his father was shot and killed over that gambling debt.
Oh, no shit.
That's the running, like, a lot of people believe that's what went down. There's, like, all these little things. Michael Jordan's he greatest basketball player of his era, maybe.
What LeBron has done for the world around him already trumps Jordan.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
Jordan's from arguably the worst city in America. Killing is a game to the people in Chicago. I mean, he played there for years. Yeah. He is synonymous with that city.
They call it Chirac, dude. Mm-hmm. It is really bad when it's worst city.
He probably doesn't.
Does
he live there still? No, he don't live there, does he?
No, he lives in North Carolina.
Right?
He owns the Hornets.
He hasn't done shit for that fucking city, guaranteed. He probably does like some expensive ass basketball camp there once a year or something, probably. But and there's people who say LeBron just does it for the PR and LeBron just does it for, whatever reason.
Even if he does,
he's still doing something. Yeah,
he's still doing
that school he opened, man. Those kids have a fucking beautiful ass fucking. It's a.
You hear what they got now?
Schools should look like fucking cathedrals, man. That all be nice as fuck.
That school he opened in Akron, they signed a deal. I'm saying signed a deal, or have some agreement with Kent State for the kids that graduate. They like have not a free ride to college, but boom, they're like.
Get them in.
Kent is very easily accessible for those kids.
Oh, no
once
shit.
They graduate from the primary school.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Jordan and I doing some shit like that. Even like LeBron's hands on with his foundation. If Jordan, I don't know what type of foundation Jordan has.
Can you Google what Jordan
does?
Or
they're like LeBron's making money off of it. LeBron's doing this. Like he could do a lot worse shit. He made money off of. Fuck it. Then why doesn't everybody do it?
A lot of dudes don't care.
Yeah,
a lot of celebrities do charity for tax write-offs. Mm-hmm. I know that.
Hell yeah. LeBron does good. LeBron does really good.
We're just very, it's like...
Did you see, speaking of LeBron, did you see he actually called out the MLB commissioner?
Yeah.
It's like everybody else was bitching, but like, fuck.
Yeah,
LeBron
I saw that.
Like, fuck it, I'll get it done.
When I say something, people
like you got the Mike Trout, the arguably should be the face of baseball, speaking out on the issue. Nothing.
Apparently, he just gave $7 million to open a bunch of clinics in Charlotte. That's
cool. I thought you were gonna say a casino.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. Whatever. But
this year, what has he done his whole life?
Not really. I don't want to look at that.
Okay. I'm just saying. You guys are talking a lot of trash about my dude Jordan, but maybe he did do a lot of shit.
He's donated 30. From what I read here, he's donated $30 million throughout his career. LeBron done shit on that. That's like LeBron's done more than $30 million worth of work.
Where are you getting this shit from, dude?
Fox. This is for Forbes.
Jordan donating $30 million, probably like me, the three of us pitching in $1,000 between the three of us. Not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not that much.
It isn't.
Have I given that much? No. I have myself to worry about.
Yeah, you can't help people if you fucking.
I think it's almost a disservice to help others before you help yourself.
No, it is.
No, my form of help is. I know some people don't like to do it. Being one, I try to be as good a person as I possibly can. Me too. All the time. But two, yesterday we got pizza shit. I threw $7 tip on the fucking card, and I gave him a $5 when he got to the door. I'm an over tipper. Like
I do the same thing.
I found out there's something.
Over tipper.
It seems to be like something that runs in the Italian culture. Somebody was joking about like Italians make other people look bad because they just tip like a motherfucker. And I think I might have got it from my grandfather because he over tips like a motherfucker.
I like to help the people that are like doing those fucking shit jobs that you hate.
And dude, the look on the look on the delivery driver's face when I'm like, here you go, man. Here's another. I'm like, he's like, you already tipped. I'm like, man, that's what I do. There you go.
Like if I go to Zero Zest, I pay with my card. I'm like, that girl probably hates that I didn't just hand her $5 and she gave me $2. She had to run my card. I give $1 tip. But there you go. There's $1 for your fucking time. Thank you.
I always tip at Zero Zest.
And then you figure she's making the girl at Zero Zest can be making how much an hour? $10 an hour or something like that.
At most.
Kicked her up to 11 for the hour I was there.
For 10 minutes.
Or like I try to think about that at a restaurant too. Like say the worker's making $6 an hour, $5 an hour. Something
Server?
Like that hour. Yeah. If I tip you $10, you just made $16 for the hour I was there. I try to look at it like, how much did they deserve?
I brought you up to 16, and that's not even including what anybody else.
And I'm not picky on my service. Like, just give me my stuff and no problems. Be nice. Just don't let me know your problems in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm always the same way. Like if I go to McDonald's and they fuck up my order, Sarah will complain and like I'm like, dude, the guy makes fucking $8.
Yeah, I don't.
He doesn't want to be here, dude.
Yeah,
it's generally.
I will still go up to the counter, but yeah, this is messed up.
But I'll
like,
still be nice.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Like, hey, I got a McChicken. I wanted a burger. Like, I'm like, cool. Take your time.
Yeah.
Like, don't rush for me. Nothing. Like, I'm not. And most of the time, if it's a fuck up, that I'm like, man, they gave me M&Ms instead of Oreos. Not bad. I'll eat the fucking
you can live with that.
Like, it's really gotta be. It's gotta ruin my time for me to say something to them. You know.
Like when I see guys like, fuck, you know, when I say something, it's like, hold on, man. Like, all right, asshole.
Yeah, I had service so bad at BW3 that I tipped her $2. It was that she would go to like I had no pop, no napkins, no fucking silverware twice, and she would go to the table next to us and then just walk back, and I had to like yell for it. I'm like,
when I have to do that to people. I feel bad, like I have to discipline my kid. You know, I'm like, you made me do this, dude.
Well,
I'm like,
actually,
I'm not gonna let you get off. Like
she walked by,
so she learned something.
Yeah, I went to go say something, and she like walked away. There was a manager from over at the other side. He like came running up to the table. He's like, what happened? Do you need a drink? I'm like, yeah, I just want to refill them. Can we get the check and shit and some boxes? He's like, oh, no problem. You could tell he was fucking like mad
at her,
the girl,
And even when that situation happens,
dude, like,
I don't go like, you need to tell her to fucking do her job.
Never.
No, I'm just like, yeah, this happened, and then I'll make the decision not to come back or not. Like that's the best way I can
hold you accountable.
Best way I can even hold that accountable. Like
I'm not gonna make a situation. And know what else happened? I went with Sarah and her daughter. And we were getting out of the car. She opened the door, bang, the car next to us. So the whole little dent, not a bad dent, little dent, you know. So the whole time I was like, shit,
sweating and just all about it.
They left though, but it was a really nice car. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably a lease, and they're better off than me, you know. Thanks for paying it forward. But a day after that, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, you know, and I pulled up. And the lady's like, hey, the car in front of you paid for your drink. I'm like, oh, no shit. I'm like, so I'm supposed to pay for the guy behind me? She's like, yeah. And I just got one coffee. I'm like, how much? She's like, $11. I'm like,
oh. See, no one thinks about that.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Because of the car thing.
Oh, so they all know?
I was thinking, how my car door hit the car.
Oh,
I was like, you know what?
Guilty about...
I'm going to pay it forward here. I'm going to pay somebody else. I'm going to put the goodness back into the universe.
Get some karma back.
I want to break even with the universe on that, you know?
You think that's breaking even, though? Because they got to report that ding to the fucking insurance company, and now their insurance rises up.
What kind of car was it?
Yeah.
It was like a newer SUV. I would say
Would you know the make? Like Chevy?
I didn't look like at it. I kind of move quick. It would probably be like a newer Nissan Rogue, something like that, like a mid-size.
They're buying a $50,000 SUV, man. They're cool.
Nothing then.
Yeah, I mean,
it's probably a lease, and that's happened to my car before, where I had nicks in it and stuff. I turned back the lease, got a new lease, and never said a word.
Little nicks and shit like that.
I think if you turn in a lease, like here, I'm giving the car back, I'm going to Ford now from Nissan or whatever, you know, like I'm done doing business with the dealership. They probably fucking nickel and dime you on what you got to pay them back for every little damage you made.
Yeah. Oh, so if you stay with them,
if I'm getting into a new lease. They got what they wanted, man.
Yeah.
And they're not going to say a
They got the continuous service.
Like, even those key things, like, that you, unlock the door with. Like, they tell you when you get the car, like, those are, like, $300, don't lose it. All right, you have to pay for another one to replace. All right. They always give you two. I don't think I've ever turned in the extra one.
Oh, no shit.
Never said a word. They just don't care.
Yeah, because you're just getting another Nissan.
Yeah, they don't care. They just say, oh, it turned up missing. They'll get another one. This place is fucking... Like, the auto industry talk about how they're, like, not selling that many. Those places print fucking money.
Oh, for sure.
They have to.
Hey, they're getting scared, though, because Elon Musk is fucking them up. Oh. There's two Japanese car companies that, like, straight up did a teardown of a Tesla, and they said they feel like they're about 6-7 years behind what Tesla's doing.
I heard that a while ago, that he was, like, taking the basic way that they were kind of using, like, lasers and stuff with the kind of like now. If you get too close to something, the light, it beeps in your car. Mm-hmm. He was like going away from that. And
he used cameras.
He changed it.
Yeah, he used cameras.
They were using lasers.
Because cameras is like, how much more real can you get than real? What's really there?
He said that it seems to be a problem in like lower light situations, but one, you're generally only using that auto drive on the highway. Highways are well lit. And 2, what the camera could do is provide you with just more information than any fucking lasers ever.
And another thing too is like when they got these cars, like right now there's thousands of these things out on the road.
I see one more every day.
They're out there just collecting information.
Yeah.
All that information they're collecting now, like
the only car.
There's really not people that own these things out there a lot too. The self-driving ones. It's like the company. This is more in California, but it's the companies putting them out there. So they just constantly, every day, those systems are smarter, and they're constantly doing the updates because it's all online, you know. So
the only car company that's updating their cars over the air, like they update.
You just send it to you. And they're probably mapping the fucking, everything.
And then people, like, I find out how they do. I'm like, that's weird that they would just put that. What happens when it doesn't work? So when they put that update in, the update is not working off rip. It's running it side by side with what you were already doing, just checking the differences in the decision making between the update and the software.
Oh, really? So you don't just start that?
Yeah.
The
so like it literally it runs in ghost mode. It makes the decisions that it feels like it would need to make, and it just looks for indiscrepancies between the two. It's a genius way of going about things.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
People really don't realize, like 5 years from now, every semi you see on the highway, 9 out of 10 are going to be fucking self-driving.
You got anything to say about that, Swan?
You know I'm about it. I'm really...
Now, you took a big hit lately. The man you came on this show and endorsed. He's pretty much done, man. And
he's not pretty much... Not only is he pretty much done...
I think he's running from New York, right?
He took a job with CNN. He works for fucking CNN.
Oh, my gosh.
How's your guy now? Working for the establishment.
The establishment.
Thought your guy was a
I mean, he could be going in.
No, honestly, he did debate coverage, and he was very fair.
Because I saw some of the stuff he was saying. He kind of attacked certain things.
I always joke about his, IBU, what's the Universal Income?
Yeah.
UBI, there you go. I just couldn't. I joke about, we're getting fucking paid, right? That wasn't really one thing that sold me on it. Like, because I don't know finances that well. I couldn't tell you.
Where's he getting the money
from? How is he
getting?
Someone who knows more could probably tell me more and beat me in the argument with that. But real fast, what I liked about him is he looked at everything analytically and look at this percentage. We could change this by doing that.
He didn't stick with anything old.
Is he the sabermetrics candidate?
Yeah, Andrew Yang, the Browns hired.
He's looking for innovation.
He's running the offense.
The change. Because we're getting more technical. That's why I really liked him. And he's younger. He's not Bernie.
Well, it's kind of like saying, I'm going to approach going at the businesses.
Never Bernie guy.
The same way the businesses approach coming at us.
Hmm?
And I've kind of found the same thing with like a job too. Like a job holds you all these standards. You got to do this. You got to be here on time. You got to do this. And then when you ask the same thing at the job, even if you ask for a raise. If you ask, well, what's the company forecast? You almost get a weird look, like, why are you asking about that? Why do you care about that? Like, you should be allowed to evaluate things the way they evaluate you.
It's like at your job, I've worked there. You've worked there. At your job of people on the shop floor, there is certainly nobody more important than you.
I wouldn't go that far. That's not true.
On the shop floor, running the machine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there anybody better than you at what you do?
I'll be honest, I'm the best in the world at what I do.
Show him your title.
Show him your title. I carry this around, and I don't take this lightly.
Brings it everywhere he goes.
No, but I mean, production. I really do think I.
So, if the company experienced a 20% growth, where's my pocket?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't you get a 401k and get invested in a company?
A little 401k. I'm not invested in that company.
You don't get invested in that?
No, it's not like vesting in them. It's vesting.
I don't think they're public.
Yeah, your 401k is invested in other shit. But I'm saying you don't get investment in your company.
I don't think they're a publicly held company.
No.
Oh, I do.
They're just shit.
Is your company publicly held?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'll check, but I know I just get invested in it after
that's kind of what I've been saying lately. It's just
you're vested like a Silicon Valley. Do you watch Silicon Valley? Yeah, they always talk about not leaving their jobs until they're vested in the company. That means when their stocks roll over and they actually get it.
Yeah.
Because this is where I'm at. So I'm telling that because I could kill it doing that stuff. My thing is, if I'm making this hourly pay and you guys are telling me this is what you do how you do it, this guy does how you, okay, cool. I kind of want to know what's expected of me throughout the day to make that much money. They have to have a cap on that or something. Like, Jeff puts out this much a day to make this much money. Because, like, I'm outworking that guy, you know, so am I getting paid? Because I think in my head, at a job, you get paid on what you know, what you could do. Effort should be equal among everybody, no matter what you're doing.
There's people you work with whose pay is way too close to what you make.
Oh, yeah. But, like, what I'm saying is, okay, so, like, they're like, well, they're pretty much telling me you get paid a lot, so you should do more, so do as much as you can throughout the day. But I think there should almost be a cap on that because there's a cap on how much money I can make. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I'll get as much done a day as I can. I like doing that. It makes my brain work quick, makes time go by fast.
What I do exactly.
Like, being invested in it, like, the workday feels good, you know? But, like, at a certain point, if, like, I make X amount of money to put out X. What if I go over what I'm supposed to put out, and now they're making extra money off me? It's almost like, all right, I want in.
The company's making,
Like, I want in. Like, give me money for what I put out the door. Like, I want commission like a salesperson would. Because, like, a salesperson say, hey, get this out today, get this out today. And I like the challenge of that. It's like, hey, they want to get this, this, and this out. I can do it.
Isn't there bonuses?
We get bonuses. I think I'm also way too fucking close with other people on those too. I don't see the books. I don't see the numbers. Like, company lost money. I don't give a shit what the company lost. I did my job at a high level and did more than I did the year before. So I think mine should go up. I'm not out there making sales and, like, get more business. That's not my job. I did my job to a high fucking level.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. Like, if you're going to treat me like, boom, at least let me go back at you. Because I raised a question the other day, like, if you're not going to, like, hold people accountable, I want to know what I have to do in a day. I think that's fair.
When I worked for the other company that I work for that does the same thing, there was this one time where they came up to me and told me that there was a certain customer that said they only wanted me running their materials. So I'm like, shortly thereafter, I asked for a raise because this is our most important copper customer. And they're like, well, you know, you haven't been here that, you know, we got you pretty high. You haven't been here that long. I'm like, you literally have your most valued copper customer telling you I'm the only one that needs to be cutting their material. My value's higher now, right? Like, you guys told me that my value went up. So pay me accordingly. And then shortly thereafter, after I was denied, my boss fought for me. My boss was dope, but the people he had to go to for it, they said no. So within 3 weeks, I wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, like, with me, like, they gave me a spiel once, like, you gotta work hard. If people see you not working, they know they don't have to work. Like, you're like a leader. I'm like, fuck it, I get it, I'll do it. You know? And then, like, if, you know how you get audited every year? Well, the auditors walk around and, like, they always go to one machine. Who do they come to every year? They bring them to me. When a customer comes there, who do they bring? I have to, like, talk to them and shit, and I, like, show them the machine. I like to present myself as I know what I'm doing so they feel good about the job. And, like, the one time a guy from a company came, they had me talk to him. Like, I'm always doing that stuff. But then you're going to act like all you do is run the machine.
I can tell you right now,
come on, bro.
When you interviewed at the company I worked at, the vice president of the company came to me the next day. And he's like, that man knows what he's doing.
Like, I'm cool with it, but then like other people get hired too in, like, the office, and, like, the shit's not offered to me or anything. So it's like, if I'm not moving up, like, within ranks of the company, and you're telling me, like, I can only make this much money, like, at least give me parameters on what I'm doing, because at least the salesperson knows, like, this is my commission if I sell this much. So at least, like, let me know what I got to do during the day, what you expect of me. I still work hard because I realize it's almost like the Kobe thing. If I work hard and I'm better than everybody, I could hold it. I could, like, talk that shit. Well, I do that just so I can ask these questions. Because if I didn't feel secure in my job, I wouldn't, like, go in there and tell them, like,
ask those questions. The way Jeff tells people to fuck off.
But I think it's fucked up that I have to have that much job security to ask the same questions of them that they ask of me.
You don't think it could? I mean, I don't know.
They could look at you a different way. Like, not give you, like, promotions. Like, oh, he asked too many questions. Like, he's going to be trouble. We're not giving him that much responsibility because then he's going to wage a war and hold it against us. Like, you damn right I am. Don't you guys wage war for, like, price of steel and shit like that? And, like, don't you guys say, well, we're going to cut bonuses a year. Or we're only going to give him this much a year. Why can't I fight back and say, let me get more bonus? Why is that a shut and closed case? You should be able to have the conversation, and it shouldn't mean you're like a bad person or like a bad employer. You run your mouth too much.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have that problem actually. Everything you said, like I get. I like my job. Like the other day, they just gave us all a notification about tardiness and stuff, and what they're going to do is like, hey man, you tardy more than 4 times with no excuse and stuff. We're going to start taking money away from your bonuses. 10% after 4 times. Like the 5th time, 10%. And on top of the 10%, I mean...
That's not bad, though. Huh? That's reasonable.
Let's say 3,000. We get... Say he... This goes on later in the story, but say 3,000 is the bonus. So, 10% for 3,000. And then after the 5th time, it's 20%. But that's an extra 20% to the 10%. So it's actually 30%. And the 7th time, 30... Another 20. Your bonus, they were like, yeah, this is how we want you to be on time, and that's how. But they actually after that they sent the notification. We had a piece of paper told us it. After that, they actually some guy in the office came and had a meeting with all of us or like individually and just told us everything. Same thing the paper said, but made sure it came across and like this is what we could do. It's not ideal. We understand if you had like family problems, car issues, and like we'll actually internally like discuss that and like see if it's true. Because if you're a guy who's just always calling off and it's always your sister's sick or blah blah blah, they can probably tell, instinctively. So they're we're gonna make the best judgment we can. They did that to us. Like, in what you're saying about like they don't tell you how the company is doing or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what it was fucking shocking to me actually. This happened Thursday. Like, as he did that, it's like, anything you guys want to know? I was like, well, I want to let you guys know the coronavirus has nothing to do, like, it's not going to affect our work. Never came in my head. As he was telling me, like, why are you telling me this? I just run a machine.
He just says, like, obvious shit.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys sound informed.
Yeah, he was really informed, like, yeah, coronavirus, that's not going to, we don't get our shit imported, so we won't have any problem with China. This time of the year, it's slow. I didn't know if it's slow. I just do my job every day. You know what I mean? This is slow, so you guys don't have any worry about that. He was telling me all this information, all of us this information about how the company is growing and how it's doing right now.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And it was like, like you said, I was kind of like, okay, thank you for treating me like a fucking person.
Like a human being.
Like, yeah, I'm like, and I honestly didn't know what he was talking about till he starts talking about it.
We only have those meetings at my job if we're doing bad. We're all lucky to have jobs and shit. As soon as we start doing good, you don't hear a fucking peep.
That's the...
And just like, this happened like in December. They had a meeting because we had OSHA come in the building. And we had to make all these safety changes and shit. And so they're like, you guys got to wear your safety sleeves, your glasses, all this safety stuff. And I was like, raise my hand. I'm like, did they cite anybody for not being safe? Well, no. All the citations were on the machines not being safe enough. Maybe stop fucking getting at us about being safe, because none of that shit got cited.
Where's the machine guarding?
It was all about the machines. Mm-hmm. So stop playing it like it's just our fucking fault. And I started to get mad and shit. Then he said, well, we're going to have people come in to guard machines. We want you guys to work with them. I'm like, no. I don't feel comfortable doing that. If you need to make it safe, make it safe. Make it safe. What if I don't work here in 2 months?
That's management in the maintenance department.
What does my opinion on that matter? Just make it safe. Don't bring me into it. Get the fuck out of here. Stop pushing that on me. He's like, oh, well, this was a safety job. And he's like, well, we're going to have this big meeting. This is just a little buffer. We're going to have a big meeting, new rules and stuff. You'll see. That was in December. Still haven't had another meeting.
That's the one thing I'll say about the place that I worked at that you interviewed at. Once a month, I think we missed this meeting 1 or 2 times when there was a lot of people out of town. Mm-hmm. But once a month, you have a meeting, you see sales, you see you see all the numbers. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see that.
They show you that,
and right? I love that shit because they show that shit by machine, and I got to see every fucking month. I had the fucking lowest rejection.
For a while, we got a paper every
month.
And I
was a rookie.
That just showed us how much money we lost.
Is that what they did?
The company. Not how much we made. Just rejection money and all this stuff. Nothing about...
They didn't focus on... Like, that's the one thing. They always showed you the good, too. There's like, here's what we're doing bad, but here's what we're doing good. Like, here's the reason why shit's late. Hey, this isn't on you. We couldn't get the material. Like, they were really... That company was okay. The management at the level above my boss, I hated other than the plant manager. But he was
a lot of shitty management is just laziness. It's almost like defensive basketball. Just try. Like you're just not trying, man.
Well, that's what I think of. I worked at the place. That's what I kind of think about their management. It's this laziness, and they need to be consistent.
Managers
like, hey, we put our foot down, but then a week later they're just not doing it.
Yep.
Be consistent. Yeah. They need to start like whipping the. Like you guys got to get to work. The whole like what you're saying, like they don't tell you shit. Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful for you, a guy like you too. Maybe not to the other guys. That's probably
that's
why.
what I'm saying. Like
some of the other guys.
No, we really like how you work. Like you get paid this much because we respect you. Like get me in these meetings and shit, man.
Because you're. I know a lot of the people you work with. Not all of them, but you do. You're more aware of what you're doing. You care. You care about
the big picture.
So you care about the big pictures. You like to be informed because you're thinking at the job. A lot of guys I know, and not all of them, but they're just there to pass the time. And I got people like that in my job.
They're there to collect
I literally do a guy's job for at least 2 hours when I come into work.
The sweet ass quote, you'll appreciate it.
But so what was I going at? I forgot. Sorry, but
I don't know. That was honestly
the management. The management needs to be stronger. They need to be more.
I've never ever in my life thought I would ask for more like management, ask for more like guidelines and shit. But like,
what is
every day? Like
what it is you're looking for coaching. You're looking for somebody to put the aces in their places.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah, you need coaching. Like that's what good management is.
Baker Mayfield needed and is going to get this upcoming season, Sheldon. Playoffs. I'm telling you.
You think so?
Browns playoffs. We're going to get this year what we thought we were going to get last year.
You think so?
Yeah. This is the guy that a lot of people in the organization wanted to be the coach last year.
Yeah, but they took John Dorsey's guy, Freddie Kitchens, over him. This dude's smart as fuck, Harvard guy. Been waiting in the wings to be a head coach for years. That's always what he wanted to do. I think he's ready to go.
He's a career coach.
A lot of the stuff he was running in Minnesota is tailor made for Baker.
I got
like play action, roll out, bootleg, like tight end, slant out, like
also prime for OBJ, prime for Jarvis Landry.
Oh yeah.
I have two coworkers. One's he does youth football. He actually met the Browns coach and all that. He meets the Browns. He's in some committee for the East Side or something, like for football players, youths, and he still doesn't think they're going to do great. I mean,
yeah, I do.
A lot of the guys I work with who are diehard fans, they're like,
well, I think
they're waiting for the first game.
This last season broke a lot of people.
Oh,
it was like, fuck, like we've always been shitty. I was optimistic, but this time we actually got talent. We were supposed to be good, and I got super excited. Fuck them. They got to show me first. Kind of where I'm at too, but I'm a little more optimistic than people. A lot of people are giving up on Baker. I think Baker's the fucking man still.
To give up on, like, you guys have like really like put it out there on a limb for guys like fans of the city, like Charlie Fry's the guy.
Seneca Wallace.
Wallace is the guy. We've had one great season of quarterback play on this team ever since they came back. And that was Derek Anderson's year.
Mm-hmm.
And the next year, for sure, I went in. I'm like, man, we're gonna win 13. Dang, we're going to Super Bowl. But that didn't happen because he just played way over his head. Baker Mayfield's the real fucking deal. Dick fucking Vermeil, let's go. I'm already pumped about the football season. We're far, far away from that. You still looking for that quote?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you when I find it.
Real quick, just to touch on a couple other things. We've been going at it for a minute already. I'm proud of it. Israel Adesanya said he's gonna crumble Yoel Romero.
No, what's it? Costa.
Oh, he said it about Paulo Costa, like the Twin Towers, and everybody hates him for it.
Yeah, I saw some people getting on him,
including Paulo Costa. Thought it was classless.
I feel like he just like his his manager was like, hey, just act like he's really shitty for saying that, because Paulo Costa doesn't come across as a guy that would be offended by that to me.
No,
I just don't think he cares.
Overinflated Ricky Martin.
Yeah,
I like Paulo.
No, he's a hell of a fighter. I hate when people use him in UFC 3. He seems to be like
overpowered.
Overpowered as fuck.
Just straight hooks. Now just throw hooks and you get knocked out.
Hooks. Fucking sucks. I seen this dude post on. I hate to be this guy, right? The UFC 3 Reddit. And he's like, he literally, like, usually on that game, it's all about, like, hey, here's what I'm doing. It's been working for me, or cool little threads about the game. This dude gets on there, posts a picture at 3 in the morning. Who wants to fucking see me? Nobody can see me. And it's a whole list of his wins. Paulo Costa. He just only fights middleweight, only Paulo Costa. It's not like I'm out here using a super variety of fighters, because I'm not. But I'm not just using I'm not. If I go out there and use John Jones every time, my record would be a lot fucking better than it is.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt. It's not, I'm only using like 3 or 4 guys.
I can't find the quote, but the extent of the quote was to, like, go out and do your thing and it's going to suck, but true strength is seeing someone getting the same accolades as you and not putting in the work and saying, fuck it, I'm just going to keep working.
Are you talking about the Theodore Roosevelt quote?
I don't think it was Theodore Roosevelt. I saw it was called Daily Stoic.
Oh, I thought exactly word for word, Theodore. Fuck it.
No, there's this Theodore Roosevelt
quote. He took the blanket off.
This
I remember that.
If you can't feel his legs, why the blanket?
No, that was Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh, Franco, sorry.
Teddy Roosevelt was...
He was the hunter.
The early 1900s. More than likely the first American to practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was a boxer. He was
a manly man.
Dude, he was a fucking dope president.
He was Joe Rogan before Joe Rogan.
He started to come around on racism early on in the 1900s. Like, that dude he started the national park system. He made the national park system what it is today. And his quote for doing it, he said, I'm pretty sure this is almost word for word. He said, I want to protect the land for people who are trapped in the womb of time. Saying people who haven't been born yet, we have all this beautiful nature. I want to protect that for them. Oh. And that's fucking dope. But there's a Teddy Roosevelt quote that this guy Lex Friedman, when first time I heard him on Rogan, he ends in like poems and fucking like quotes.
The Russian dude?
Yeah, I fucking like that guy a lot. But he ended with this dope ass Teddy Roosevelt quote that pretty much said like, you might not get the accolades for what you do, but the great men are the ones who are out doing it. It was pretty much talking about like guys like Musk and shit, like guys who are getting shit fucking done.
That's my attitude at work, man. I mean, like I said earlier,
that's what
I love the place I work at and like the company. But I come into work every day, like, and for 2 or 3 hours, I have to do someone else's work as I do my work, because the guy knows I'll do his work. He just never gets in trouble. You know, he's great at getting away with that. There's people at every job that's great at that. Like, the boss doesn't yell at him, but he's worthless.
There's always a guy at a job who doesn't know what he's doing. He's good at schmoozing, kissing ass. And keeping
what's worse is this guy knows what he's doing. He's not dumb, but he just doesn't want to do it.
What those people do at a job, they'll often get sent off to do menial tasks, act like they're really contributing to the team. There's people I've worked with, they'll sit around and not do shit. Once you start doing something that's like kind of a one-man job, but you could use
help
they'll jump out. Oh, you need some help? Like, motherfucker, like, you could have been...
I'm at the point where I come out and say it, man. I just live it, like, fuck it. Like,
I just don't let that shit bother me. Like, dude, whatever. Like, you know what? Because at the end of the day, like you said, I feel good about just me putting in the work.
That's what lately I just been like, focus on you. Either way, because I don't care if he feels good about his day. I don't care if anybody feels good about their day. I don't care if anybody feels bad about their day. I feel about me. But then at the same time, that's when I went up to the job and I'm like, you tell me what this is. Like, are we doing that or are we doing this? And they got mad at me for it. Like,
so, and then at the end of the day, for the last couple of years,
I'm gonna steal this. We got to get away from the work talk.
Just real fast.
All right, go ahead.
Just real fast.
Throwing up the horns. I like that.
I've been doing this lately. I've been pointing at shit like that too.
We run a play of basketball when the point guard throws that up.
You ordered what's that restaurant we were at a couple days ago?
The Irish place?
The Irish place. When you ordered the...
Oh, Flanagan's?
Yeah, Flanagan. Motherfucker ordered mozzarella sticks at an Irish place like this.
That's what I do.
Let me get the one order of the mozzarella.
Two orders. One for me and one for you.
I didn't even want mozzarella sticks, but I'm not going to interrupt this. 2 mozzarella sticks.
If you've never had some Irish mozzarella sticks, you haven't lived.
With the Swiss.
Swiss?
Actually.
Little chunks of potato?
No chunks of potato. Stick.
No
bullshit. Swiss in it, you fucking asshole.
No bullshit. What's the Hooley House? Irish egg roll.
Yeah, I had that.
Corned beef with the Swiss cheese and sauerkraut. You get Thousand Island to dip it in.
It's really good. It's really, really good.
And I think what makes it, instead of just cutting it straight in the middle, They cut it a little diagonal.
I like the diagonal cut.
Like
shit like
that. A diagonal cut peanut butter and jelly. Way better than
I'm a rectangle cut. So
are you really? I go triangle.
But
man.
no, I'm shit like on a wrap.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I want that diagonal.
Because you see, like it just looks good, man. Like
if it's cut like straight on a wrap,
like you might as well just pull that motherfucker apart.
Rip it off, dude. But I was saying about work, just at the end. What does it say? It showed off like at the end of my year when they reviewed me. Because my job, when we review for the raise and stuff, they tell you everything they think of you, and you actually explain to you have to write. They make us write papers all the time. Like, I didn't go to college. I really didn't do this. Community college. I didn't finish college.
No, you were pretty deep in.
I was really deep in.
I remember that.
But so I'm like, I work here. Like, I figure they would just treat me like an asshole, But, they want you to write shit. And I have to write my review, like how I felt I went. They ask you questions and shit. And they give you their side. And, having to do some dude's job for fucking 2 or 3 hours. And since the guy didn't get in trouble, I didn't think anyone noticed. But they noticed and everything. Yeah. Even the main guys. Like, it's just crazy. So, like...
That's fine to do something about it.
That's what... Just the management. Like, I like working there because the management actually gives a fuck about what's going on.
Yeah.
So...
real quick, back to fights. That Joshua Fabia, Diego Sanchez's.
That's correct. He wanted Diego to pretty much do a stone cold stunner in the ring to break the guy's neck.
Oh yeah, that was against Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa posted a funny ass gif.
He beat his ass, right?
Yeah,
Chiesa beat his ass. Remember,
beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Beat the fuck out of him. But Michael Chiesa posted this funny ass meme. It was the moment when Michael Chiesa almost died, fully colorized, 2019, and it's Diego Sanchez like. Has like a half-ass back like he's just on his backside like control.
No shit.
And he's like, the moment Michael Chiesa almost died, fully colorized 2019. I thought it was funny as fuck. But that dude's a kook. Mm-hmm. He's taking advantage of a man
who's probably a kook at this point.
He's gotta have CTE.
I've seen
him always off.
When I've read articles about this, at the end of almost every one of the articles, it's like, if Diego really believes this, we need to take his CTE very, very seriously. Diego said this guy should be coach of the year. He should, instead of being thought of as a problem, he should be thought of more as the coach of the year.
Coach of the year. I'm sorry, Eugene Berman. Fighters won 2 titles this year.
That was Hooker's coach?
Yeah.
Hooker's coach.
He impressed me.
There's people are.
His heart impressed me.
Hey, there's some people who are super upset with that decision. Could have gone either way.
It could have gone either
3-2 Hooker, but people are like, you lost that fight. Like, no, I don't know.
It was up for grabs in the 3rd round, and Felder didn't do anything to win it for me.
Yeah,
he could have won.
He took him down too. He held him down.
Pretty easily.
He just held him down to finish the thing because that won.
If Felder just did a little something, I wanted to give it to Felder.
If Felder would have taken him down,
I bet Dave $5 on it. But I couldn't. I thought Hooker won.
If Felder would have taken him down and did the same thing, I think you probably could have gave it to Felder.
Yeah, it was for the taking there in that 3rd round.
It was right there, and that's what
5th round.
Hooker knew he couldn't knock him out. He just knew he needed the points, all that stuff.
Yeah, I had it 2-2 going into the 5th round, and Hooker took the fight to him.
I don't know what I would score, but I felt it was evenly matched.
Yeah.
I don't remember too much. I was drinking my stouts, and I had it evenly matched towards the end. Yeah. And that takedown was a big difference, like point-wise, as if I was judging it as a car.
As I watched it, I was like, I felt my heart drop out because I wanted Felder to win. And as soon as he took him down that 2nd time, I was like, that's it.
Mm-hmm. I felt that. Like that. I said that right there. He won. He just won that fight because he didn't have to do anything, but he just put him in a...
I wish there was a fair way to judge fights, but just on your feeling after the fight. Like, take the punches out of it, take ring control out of it. Who would you have?
Max Kellerman said it best. Who would you rather be?
Who would you rather be
at the end of the fight?
Like, it's so simple.
But that's not the way. We can't judge.
I know it's fucked up.
It's the bro science approach to fucking doing a fight. But a fight's a war.
You can almost judge rounds by it, though.
For certain.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you can judge rounds by that for sure.
See, I kind of like judging a round by that over like punches because you could hit like
you don't have to judge by punches for sure because if a guy hit a guy 15 times, but like 15
one counter,
it's the significant strike to the insignificant strike. You went 15 of 40. 3 of fucking 20 significant strikes. The other guy only landed 15 strikes total, but 11 of them were significant and jarred you. The guy who hit you 11.
That's why I really like the thought of who would you have rather been in that round.
And I'm more. I lean towards who took the most damage always.
Yeah, it's.
I like who took.
There's something to.
It's damage.
What do you look like at the end of the fucking fight, man?
But Felder looked really bad. That's why I would say.
Remember, we watched that thing about it. GSP versus Hendricks.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, that was bad. That? He was getting fucked up.
GSP's face is destroyed.
Even worse, though, Carlos Condit.
Yeah.
His head was like, his whole head was swollen.
I was really rooting for Condit in that fight.
Terrible.
Yeah,
GSP won that fight. I don't know if he won the Hendricks fight. He for sure won the Condit fight.
Yeah, no, I was rooting for him, though. Because, like, after that head kick, he knocked him down.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God, he's going to do it. I love seeing someone overcome, like, GSP is GSP, you know?
Yeah.
And I love seeing someone overcome that.
Speaking of fighting and working out and getting in the gym, you hear who was denied at a Planet Fitness this week?
No.
Lil Boozy.
Really?
For what he said about Dwayne Wade's son.
Oh, really?
Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did.
What do you think?
I'm not too shocked. Honestly, Lil Boozy, I think I said this a little bit yesterday, but dude, he's just some hood, ghetto-ass motherfucker,
like,
right?
Kill people.
Yeah, and and he's not homophobic or something, or don't want to know.
But I didn't even get homophobia from it, though.
Neither did I. It was more matter of fact than anything about someone cutting.
But he was gonna, okay. I thought it was gonna be a homophobic rap before I saw it. I don't.
When I first saw it,
did you watch it actually.
When it first started playing,
I don't know. If
I was like, oh shit. Like,
let's try
it. I was like, oh shit, what's he about to say? Like,
we could. I don't know if we could.
As it went on, I was like, I kind of agree.
Fucking.
I think I agree.
He pretty like. I can tell you pretty much what he said. He's like,
I really didn't see it.
He's like, you can't cut off his dick.
Little boys,
come on, wait, man.
But I like he didn't look at the camera either. He looked straight ahead.
I really want to know where he was.
Yeah, was he?
I'm telling you, he had just ordered a pound of lunch meat at a Costco, and he was waiting for her to slice it. He's like, come on, wait,
gym, like a CrossFit gym, one of those like cool ones.
It looked like he was leaning on a shopping cart.
What do you want, baby? Hot Pockets? Or fucking pizza roll?
I got to address Dwayne Wade,
man. Real quick.
I felt like
I really want to see it. I did.
I felt like if there wasn't like really anything like fucking homophobic, right? He's just like, he literally said like, what if he turns 16?
He even said, let him be gay if you want.
Yeah,
he did say that. Let him be gay. Let him be gay. You just kept not.
Don't address him as a woman, man.
That's a
you
12-year-old boy.
You won't let somebody rent a car until they're 25 years old. Let's not cut off dicks at 12. Like,
well, my argument with that whole 25-year-old car thing, that I'm all for you doing something to your body that as you could do it. Go ahead. It's not mine. I have no business or
not
any.
Not at 12.
A child. That's my
You can't even
my
get
thing.
tattoos at that age.
You can get a tattoo if your parents let you.
If
I'm
your parents
16.
Well, obviously you can get a fucking dick cut off if your parents let you.
Maybe.
I don't know if there's a.
I think that's just a very super left.
Money talks, bro.
Yeah, that's a super left
you could
thing.
Fly over to Europe.
Dude, that's not a left. Fuck that. I'm not willing to call that a left thing because
I don't think so either.
He's not the first guy on the left who was like. He's not the first dude who said they'll let their kid fucking get a amputate.
Let's just not call it a left thing though.
There's actually but it's very liberal. You don't see conservatives, doing that. It's just
a little kooky because in terms
super
of
left. That's what I'm saying. Not a left thing, but a super.
In terms of political leanings, I'm as far left as anybody I know, and I'm not cool with that.
You think like you're really far, but you're probably in the middle, and there's people just crazier and going like, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut your kid's dick off. He wants to be.
Let him be
You're not
himself.
super left. That's what I'm trying to say. Like as I said, what I'm saying isn't what I think you are.
I guess I just don't get the whole social justice warrior thing. I believe in social justice. I definitely believe.
And I'm certainly left.
You guys saw the small person that got bullied? I saw people came out that it was fake.
But I hear some it's not.
I've seen people come out counter that, say it really is real.
That's totally like another subject.
I've seen some of the pictures explained and stuff and all that, and like it did show him like. When he was a baby, and it's the date of it's 9 years, like 9.5 years ago.
He looks like a little fucked up kid.
Yeah, and then like I saw him running out with a soccer team and stuff. Like that's what's fucked up about. Like we don't know if it's true or not.
Anthony Rumble Johnson posted something about it being fake on Instagram.
I saw that too. Someone did make a good point. Like, what the fuck's money gonna stop the bullying?
It won't.
Might make it work.
But just people, you got to be cynical about that shit. Like, what's it called? Even
once MGK started making money, he stopped.
Who was that one kid who got like GoFundMe for being bullied too a couple years ago? But it turns out he was saying the N-word.
Oh yeah.
The little crying kid.
Yeah, crying. Yeah. And you know what? The mother, like, I heard testimony from other people. The mother was just try and get money out of it. Mm-hmm. Like Joe Chillin, he was on something, and he was saying like he offered his service. Like, hey man, I know your kid's going through stuff. I'll teach him some kickboxing. Like, we can hang out. Like, show him stuff. She's like, no, you could just give us $20,000 or something. Like, just donate.
I think that was Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, Dylan Dennis.
It was Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Joe Chillin.
Oh, yeah, Dylan Dennis got the same thing too. It fucked Dylan Dennis also. But
so like you got to be cynical when you see shit like that.
Dougie Joe, if you happen to listen to this, fuck Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, fuck Dylan
tired of seeing those retweets. I love you, Dougie, but I'm tired of seeing those Dylan Dennis.
But you got to be cynical about that stuff, and
good job on the
whole. That's a whole different thing too. Just like, who do you trust in anything you get information? It's so hard.
Don't choke me out.
Well, even then, like, is anybody really that offended, or is it always just someone trying to squeeze as much as they can out of something?
It's virtue signaling.
It is, because it's like lawsuits. Like, how many people are really like? It happens. Don't get me wrong. I know it does. But like, how many people have their feelings like that bad hurt that they have to go sue somebody? Like, just fucking get over it. But you caught yourself in that situation. You're like, I'm going to exploit this. I'm going to get as much money out as I can. Mm-hmm. And it's just going back and forth, man.
Yeah. And with the whole, okay, so we're back to the fucking, what's his name, Boozy and shit. And I really need to see the fucking video. Wow, fuck.
Fuck it. If we get booted from YouTube, we get booted from YouTube.
I can play the sound.
You can always edit it out.
Am I hooked up to the?
I got it.
Just. Oh yeah, okay. Back to the Boozy thing. I was saying like Dwayne Wade is not the first person to say that they'll do that to their kid. Mm-hmm. There's this. I think he's a journalist for some place. And he wanted to do that to his kid. He said he would do it to his kid if he wanted to. And a comedian, he's very right wing.
Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How he gonna? Like, bro, his dick
be gone. Dog. That's going too far, dog. Don't look at the camera.
Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be.
He's at a Planet Fitness. That says judgment free.
I told you it was
That's why he wasn't allowed back. He filmed the fucking video.
He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his decisions yet.
Imagine Karen on the ab machine. What the fuck?
She was watching the whole time he walked in. Karen's like, oh god.
Is this liberal Karen or Republican Karen?
Liberal Karen.
Liberal Karen's pissed.
No, okay, so fuck. I just watched it and forgot it. No, he didn't say anything homophobic. I don't.
It was like
he said let the kid.
I was like, oh shit, what's he about to say?
But what did? Can you look up even to what Dwayne what is his statement on it? You don't have to put up the video or anything. But
Boozy's son came out with a statement.
Did he?
He said, "Fuck Dwayne Wade. He's a fruitcake anyway."
I think Dwayne Wade.
Really?
He said, "I got a girl that'll change his son into a straight man in a minute."
Dwayne Wade, man, he's a little fruity.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad at all.
Play together?
Come on.
That wasn't too bad. I mean, he didn't know. He's right.
Are you alleging something?
No, I'm just asking if they ever played together.
Basketball?
Played together.
I don't know. I'm sure they were on Team USA together.
So they played together. They may have played together.
They've crossed paths.
Who? Him and
Dwight Howard.
Howard, yeah. I know.
I
mean, the way they look at each other.
I hear Dwight Howard's a fan of the trans community.
They play together.
Allegedly.
The way they look in each other's eyes, they have they certainly have a connection.
Allegedly from a DM where you've seen the video of the DM being looked at and then the picture being clicked on and it goes to a verified account of Dwight Howard. But allegedly, yeah.
So hey, man, they're free.
They
say. No, I got no fucking problem.
So they say, and we all saw with our own 2 eyes.
Fuck. No,
funny. Funny is funny.
But my thing is, if the way it just shows, if the way says like, hey, we're gonna give her a transition thing, then I'm like, I see why he's got out there and stuff. Dwayne, what I saw a little bit of what he said on like Ellen and shit about, we looked into this LGBT community and we informed ourselves. He said all the good shit you're supposed to say on that. We informed ourselves, blah, blah, blah. And he only said what I saw like that, like just, we informed ourselves. That's all I heard him say. Like we just kind of understand we're trying to understand where he's going from it. Then his attitude, like, about like, don't cut his dick off, is like, he never said that. Don't assume that's what that is.
Yeah.
Don't assume, you know what I'm saying?
I assumed from the Boozy video that they came out and said, like, yeah, we're on our way to doing the surgery.
That's what I was hearing, so I want to know what Dwayne said.
I'm reading through it right now.
Okay. So, that's my thought on that.
I've heard his son or daughter, or whatever, is very smart.
Son or daughter, or whatever you do. Which one, Dwayne's?
Yeah.
Let's use their preferred gender pronouns because it's the right thing to do. His daughter.
Well, I'm not sure what they prefer yet. Maybe
his daughter. His child has said that I'm a girl.
Okay.
She claimed the girl. Yeah, she's a woman.
How old is he? 12. Mm-hmm. I didn't even. How does that even?
I also didn't see anything about Dwayne Wade saying anything about his child getting a surgery.
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I had a talk with this with a coworker, and you clearly could tell what you like at an early age. Like, I knew I liked girls at 5 or 4. Like, I knew I liked women.
Yeah,
not women,
being
girls.
in 3rd grade.
3rd grade, you like.
I was pretty young when I started liking women, for sure. Though, like,
you know immediately what you like.
No, I'm saying I started liking older women really young.
Me too. I remember being in 1st grade, and my teacher would bend over, and her top would come down, and you could kind of see a bunch of cleavage. In 1st grade, I remember that. And she was older at the time too, but I was like, that's fucking awesome.
So I know that's possible for homosexual or being gay.
Yeah.
So no, I think a lot of it's just there's people out there that have a say, but they don't know. Like, they have conflicted thoughts. So they, and then society, just telling you.
That's like we said we knew, though. There's people that grow up and kill people and change. Like Dwayne Wade's kid could still change.
Or what Tyson was. You don't know what, okay, Tyson. Fucking animal. He, at 20 years old, he probably should have been caged. Like
pigeons, bro.
He's yeah. He was, but it was a product of his environment.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but he can change.
Look at the Tyson we saw last night.
Yeah.
Completely different.
I think a murderer can change. It's someone, you have to, it's, someone who enjoyed a kill and someone who killed because they felt something or thought in a different way. That's my whole minor stuff.
Cutting the member off before they're, I think it's,
I know a few trans people, and I think that's an option. Like, they don't, or maybe they're just really expensive right now. So I don't know too much on it, but when you say you're trans, that's not saying I don't have a dick.
That doesn't mean that.
Does not mean that.
Does not mean that.
That just means you
identify
as a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I've heard other science things. I heard other science things.
That's what we call Democrats.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Dickless?
Cis.
Oh, cis.
Yeah.
Those are. Okay. So you don't need to get your dick cut off to be trans, or your clit made into a penis.
You don't want to be a poser either.
What if they did that to each other?
You could be a skater.
Fucking
push Mambo,
poser.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking trans poser.
Just walking by each other like this.
Still got it.
Yeah. Need some tape? Have you ever done that thing where you stick your thing?
Everyone does. Everyone has.
Yeah. I was going to say, you done it?
What?
Push your penis between your legs and stand in the mirror.
Like the dude in
every
Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That's the original.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It is funny, right?
It's really funny.
The guy who did that graduated from our high school.
Did
no
it?
shit.
That actor graduated from Parma.
The dude from Spin City and
American Gangster.
No.
No, his name.
He did too. From Spin City did too.
No,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, the guy he played Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
And he played in American Gangster. He played Russell Crowe's boss, the dude with the mustache.
No shit.
You know his voice. You know his face. I don't know his name.
Would you fuck
Would you fuck me?
Ted Levine?
Would you fuck me?
Would you fuck me?
But I'm saying.
I'd fuck me.
Who was it going to with the trans thing? So the penis thing doesn't. Okay. Thing. And
you think Boozy just assumed that?
Maybe, because he probably doesn't.
I kind of assumed.
Ted Levine.
Yeah, I'm saying he's probably not informed.
Oh, he went to Parma?
Yeah.
No shit.
Let's see if we can pull up his little Wikipedia page right here.
How you go, little Boozy with Ted Levine?
Ohio, early life. He was born in. Nah, he definitely.
His father was Russian and Jewish.
That Russian.
What?
Russian Jew is a
big thing.
Big thing, yeah.
I just saw that. Okay, I'm sorry.
What Sheldon finds this. You don't watch baseball a whole lot. But you watch the playoff baseball.
I watch the playoff baseball. I enjoy to watch. I like to play.
Remember we went to that game too.
I like to watch baseball. I just don't follow this team sports a lot.
It's hard to follow. Like I'll admit, even
baseball is like I know
long.
is the long ass sport, but with basketball, football, I don't like football.
There's a
basketball I enjoy actually, but I just I don't go home, put on ESPN, and figure everything out.
Neither do I really.
So,
but I will say, I got a question for you. So there's a new rule proposal in baseball.
Okay.
We're in the playoffs, and there's a bunch of moving parts right now. So I'm just gonna kind of remove everything else and just throw this one aspect at you. So I'm not positive about the other things they're proposing.
Oh, so he just lived in Parma. He didn't graduate from Parma.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's say
along with Mike Mazzinin.
So they're saying
and Chef Boyardee.
Really? And, a real person?
And the dude from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
The guy Hector Boyardee right here, best known as Chef Boyardee, died in Parma in 1985.
Oh, hell yeah.
A year after I was born. Before I was born.
So new proposal: if you get the 1 seed, top team in the NL, top team in the AL, they get to choose. They have to choose their opponent.
Okay.
They're saying like that the reward of finishing in first place allows you to pick your opponent, and I think you're unfairly almost punishing the 1 seed by making them like call out a team. Because if you pick anybody but the lowest,
you could add the pressure of that.
Yeah, you are. You're adding a certain pressure. Because if you pick anybody but the lowest rated seed, it's like, let's do this. It's like it becomes a grudge match, and you're like you get the 1 seed, you're supposed to have the easiest ride. You play the lowest seed. It just happened.
That year, the Indians ran off like 12 in a row to get into that playoff. Mm-hmm. Does anybody who's the 1 seed pick that team for their first opponent?
Well, the Indians still had to win the wild card.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if they win the wild card game, does anybody pick that team to play in the first round?
That's what I'm saying. No, it's a weird.
Not in a short series, you don't. Yeah.
That's I'm at, like, in basketball, don't get me wrong, as a fan, I like
Real quick, how good was Ubaldo Jimenez the second half of that year?
Oh, insane.
Best pitcher in baseball in the second half.
He's making a comeback. Someone signed
Ubaldo.
It might have been the Rockies, too. I think
that'd be Phil. It's crazy the numbers he put up in that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Oh, my God. When when
we traded for him, he was rocky here the second half of that year.
Well, that was the first year, was the year before that, where he played the second half. The year where we went to the wild card game, that was his first full season.
No, but I'm saying the first half of the season wasn't great.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't.
He came out
after the All-Star game?
Dude, he
untouchable.
was untouchable. He would just give you 6 innings every night.
That's what sucked, because they had to have him pitch that last game of the regular season to get in.
Yeah.
And then Salazar started that wild card game, so he wasn't able to go. But that's kind of what I think about it. Like, and as a fan, I like it. Just say you take the NBA. I hate that. I think the NBA I love playoff basketball, but I think it's watered down, and it doesn't get real good to the conference finals. That's when I really, really get into it. I'll watch every game. But now you have the 1 seed in the NBA. What if they want to play the 6 seed? That's cool to me. I like it. It makes me want to watch it more. But I still, feel like for the NBA team, it puts an added pressure on them.
There was that year that Nuggets team almost beat the 1 seed.
Remember the Mavericks were the 1 seed and Golden State beat them. Golden State beat them with Baron Davis in 2007, I think.
The beast.
If you get to pick your own guy, right, your opponent, you gotta look at it. Look at fighter. You see something in their,
but it's not
armor
fighting.
But it's not fighting. But like statistically too, it's even I would say easier. Like they'll be like, okay, these guys don't have an outside game.
Yeah,
we can put the pressure on them inside, so like they can't get to the hole.
I totally get that.
So they don't have to pick the last person, but they can pick the guy who is their least. Like we can figure this guy's out. We got this.
But once you call him out, it makes it a grudge match, and in a grudge match, anything goes.
Yeah, that's true, always. But they still get that advantage of, I know something about this guy.
It's almost like it's a crazy power to make them have. You know?
It is just that's what I'm saying. Like the pressure, that could be on if you do go like I'm going to kick this guy's ass. But I think these teams
that's
are going.
How that team's taking it, no matter what.
Yeah, true.
The team you pick, no matter how you explain it, they're taking that no matter what.
Because we can beat them, but it's just more rooted in like we can beat them because they don't have this, that, and we have this, and we have this to stop what they can do. It's
as an internal thought,
especially in baseball, right? And
but
that's
to have to
thing
voice
in
that
baseball,
thought,
right?
and like, so say me and Sheldon went and played basketball in the backyard, yada yada yada. If one of us talks shit for a week before it, the game's going to be a lot more physical and like demanding than if we just went back there and played.
Then you got to know your players. You got to know the team, right? Can this team really back it up?
That plays into my
Connor does this shit all the time.
Why
right?
are you putting that pressure on the 1 seed? That's what I don't.
Because that 1 seed. No, they should know, right?
Playoffs have been being done the same way in every sport that has a playoff.
Just keep it the same.
They should keep it that way.
Same with the NFL. The NFL wants to add another wild card.
You know how soccer does their tournaments though, which is fucking sweet. Put all the teams in a hat, and you just choose the whole tournament like that cool. Through every round until the last 4 teams. Then the last 4 teams is seeded, and that's like they're seeded still by drawn out the hat. Like, okay. And then
that's really fair. Like
it's
you know what I mean? Like,
fair.
That's
like in Great Britain they have what's called I forgot the name of it, but every team in the country at every level down to like their 8th division plays in this tournament. The really good teams don't enter till the last 4 rounds. So this is all fought between everybody. So the first 4 rounds are only the 3rd through 8th division playing out all those games. Then the 2nd division will jump in at a certain round. Then the 1st division will jump in. But what it does is it lets sometimes teams in the 6th division will get to the round of 16, and because they just constantly kept getting matched up with teams that they had a chance at beating, and then they get bounced by one of the big clubs.
I like that. I like the randomness of sport, and I think if you open the door and you let now they're picking what's next. We're all gonna vote in a Twitter poll to see who plays in the championship game or something like that. Let's just figure everything out on the field or on the court or whatever.
I feel that. Man.
But like I said, I do understand. As a fan, I think it would add a little something to the first round of the NBA playoffs. It's kind of cool. But
how does the Eastern Conference and Western, how do they choose who gets to play who plays who?
In the playoffs?
The one
seed plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5.
And then that's a bracket. So say 4 beats 5 and 2 beats 1, then 2's playing 5. Say 6 beats 3, and going forward, it's it's a stagnant bracket. Teams just move on and get matched up to the next rung. And that's honestly, for the most part, other than randomly picking them out of a hat, the most fair way to do it.
Yeah,
I don't believe in the randomly picking out of a hat for the American style of sports.
No,
I want to see the best team their first round in the playoffs should be against the team with the worst record that made the playoffs.
And too with randomness and then all these other things. I think one of the worst things that's happening to American sports is how much the NFL is the one thing that's different, and that's why I hate them adding another game and shit. The NBA regular season's too fucking long, and the baseball regular season.
No, but the baseball regular season can matter.
It can matter.
It can really matter.
But and that's what's cool about it, because like up to 5 years ago, we were only getting 4 teams in the postseason. Now we get 5, and I want to cool it and keep it there, because that's why that regular season matters. All those games matter, because you could come down to a fucking 1 game. Separates you, from the playoffs.
Like you have the same record as the 5th seeded team. The 5th and the 4th seed play a 1 game playoff to get into the actual playoffs. If you won
a game in April, you would have been in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah,
but then you get the NBA where there's 82 games and the top 8 teams get in the playoffs, and it could be kind of close between the 8 and the 9 seed. You don't care because sometimes they don't even have a fucking winning record.
And it just especially
so as soon as you see which teams are going to make the playoffs, it's not even a race or a struggle to get in. If you got talent on your team,
first round,
you're in the playoffs.
That's true.
The first round going to 7 games is out of control.
The regular season just doesn't matter. It just doesn't in basketball.
That's why guys sit out so many games.
So instead of adding more teams, but that's what we want now. Everybody wants to see their team in the playoffs. Because that's all that matters. Regular season don't matter anymore. And we'd all rather look at our phone than watch a regular season baseball game and just watch YouTube videos and shit. It's just the more you saturate playoffs, the less regular seasons mean. And I'm not about it. I'd rather only 6 teams made the NBA playoffs in each side. Top 2 seeds in each get a bye. That's 8 teams is too much, man.
Half the league making the playoffs just. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, especially over the last few years, you had 2-3 teams that could actually had a shot at winning a title.
This is probably the most
open it's been.
Most disparity.
Especially the East, man. Milwaukee, Toronto still looks good even without Kawhi. I think Boston's still fucking good. Miami looks good. Philly, yep. And then the West, it's older LeBron with AD. That's really all they got on that team, but they're both really fucking good. You got Kawhi with the Clippers, Russ and Harden and
that's a joke to me.
I think it is, but those 2 guys, mano a mano, going down the stretch, they're both beasts.
I think if they play Portland, Dame gives it to Russ.
Oh, he loves giving it to Russ.
That's what Dame does. Dame gives it to Russ.
That walk-off.
Dame spits bars and gives it to fucking Russell Westbrook.
That walk-off he had last year against them in the playoffs.
He took it from 40 feet.
He won the series.
Stared him down.
And just waved goodbye. Because Paul George was talking shit. Oh, it was good.
Waved fucking by. I think we're pretty much ready to wrap it up. One thing I want to say is yesterday in the Nevada State caucuses, Bernie cleaned it up. He's taking every fucking delegate. Fuck everybody else. Hey, look, I like that Liz Warren took Michael Bloomberg out back and beat the fuck out of him in that debate.
But I saw someone.
Michael Bloomberg took less of the vote. Hold up, real quick. Michael Bloomberg took less of the vote than Andrew Yang, who's not even in the fucking thing anymore.
Hold on, bro.
Fucking I've been seeing people say it's a mistake for Warren. She killed Bloomberg, but she didn't go after Bernie, and that's who she got to beat.
But you can't go at. She went after Bloomberg for being a vile piece of shit. You can't do that to fucking Bernie.
Well, yeah, you can't go after him the same way, but that's who she has to beat.
Well, was she gonna go after him for the Medicare for All thing, which most Americans want? Is she gonna go after him for wanting to increase?
I was thinking colluding with Russia, but that's just me. Hello?
Fuck you.
You hear about that?
What?
The Russians have been helping Bernie, bro.
No way.
They have not been helping Bernie.
They've been helping Bernie. Bernie knew about it and refused to say anything.
Why is it Trump not working for them?
No, this is what they're doing to not let Bernie win. They're like, no, we're helping him this time.
I
mean, he was literally briefed by U.S. officials that it doesn't say that he knew anything.
All right, I'm taking the headphones off.
What? We're done?
We're done?
No. Hold on.
Wait. What do you got to say, Dragon?
No, man. You know what? I'm a Bernie dude. I give you a lot of shit about Bernie and all that stuff.
I am too.
I was a Yang dude. I do like.
And this is coming from Trump's national security advisor, so.
Trump's one thing that does I like about Bernie.
The original article was written, published in the Washington Post. Do you guys happen to know who owns the Washington Post?
No.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, really?
Oh, no shit.
Bernie hater number.
That's what. This is so weird with Bernie. It's just what I like about him. He really is against establishment. He's always been consistently.
Very consistent. For a long time.
One thing, it's just like he's going against the system, and I don't know. I just don't feel like he will win.
He's beating the.
He's the only guy they both hate.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
the Democrats hate him, Republicans
hate him. Just because he's not taking people's money.
What's Pete Buttigieg? He's like controllable. He goes, Bernie Sanders has been doing well in these white states. Let's see what happens when there's diversity involved. Go to Nevada, a very diverse state. He fucking whooped their ass. He
got more than everybody else combined.
Yeah, he took 50% of the fucking vote. Like,
he's growing. It's almost like the fear you could sense from the establishment.
I seen a lady.
It's like making him get bigger.
Yeah,
you know?
I seen a lady.
Cool.
She was being interviewed by MSNBC. She's at one of these like voting events, and they're like, "Who are you going to vote for?" And she goes, "I was leaning towards Buttigieg, but the way that MSNBC and CNN treats Bernie Sanders, I'm going to vote for him." Mm-hmm. And it's like you're starting.
It's almost like they're treating him like shit. Why?
Why?
I'm voting for him. There's a reason.
My thing is, too. One guy said this, and once he said it, kind of got in my head. I'm like, oh man, I never thought of that. Like, okay, Bernie gets into power, or whatever. How are you going to change the other guys' votes? Like, when you make a law or do all that stuff, how are you going to change these guys who are Republicans to like to vote? You know, I don't think anything's going to go about it.
He always says it. He's like, I can't really do anything. But what we're doing is we're starting a grassroots movement to get more people into Congress who believe in these things, and he's been doing it. Like they've been getting.
It's about the people you vote for in the House and all that shit now.
And he always
like
says
that.
That's what I'm saying.
AOCs of the world and shit like that. It's breeding stuff like that. So like, not right now.
It's a movement. Yeah.
Over the next 20 years, it's coming, bro. That's what the Donald Trump thing pissed a lot of millennials off, man.
No, and Donald getting elected is the only reason any of this is possible. Mm-hmm. He broke the fucking dam. Mm-hmm. Now anybody can fucking go in there and win. It doesn't have, because Donald Trump was not the establishment candidate. Mm-hmm. They did not want him to win.
No, they didn't.
The Republican base treated Donald Trump like the Republican, like the leadership of the Republican Party. They treated Donald Trump the same way that the Democratic leadership treated Bernie Sanders. Mm-hmm. It's just it didn't work at all for them. But it's because Trump, he's breeding into fear, racism, misogyny.
Oh, speaking of Trump, I saw something that pissed me the fuck off.
It's easier to get people to vote for that than it is to get people to vote for hope and change. And like you say, hope and change like it's a fucking hokey thing, but it like hope and change. Hope and change is like that's what we really like want.
That's America.
Yeah, Obama, baby.
Huh?
Obama.
Yeah.
Nah.
But that's America. No, we hope to change. Optimism.
One of my favorite sports moments. I didn't even see it live, but I love the movie. I love the story. Is the Miracle on Ice when the United States beat the Russians.
I'm not Canadian, so I don't know about that sport fair.
Well, it was the U.S.
Going against
so
the
when
Russians?
they medal with Russia, we turn a blind eye. But I got you. But
it was the Soviet Union, but
it was the it was. They had like the anniversary of it, you know. So all the guys showed up, and they're on stage. Trump's talking. They're all standing behind him with goddamn MAGA hats on.
Oh, are they?
I'll never watch the movie again, bro. Like, you fucking idiots, bro. Or like, why do people need to wear a Trump hat?
To say
it's
fuck
so
you.
Weird
It's
to
to
me
say fuck.
that people feel
It's
the
to say
need
fuck you,
to put
yeah.
their like of that man in your face.
There's this person.
This person. It tells me so much about you when you have to wear a fucking Trump hat, bro.
There's this person I knew wasn't a friend or anything, but he lives on a local main street, and he has a old pickup truck in his driveway, and he has a fucking Trump flag on one side, and then the American flag with the blue stripe on the other side.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah.
For cops and stuff,
Blue
right?
Lives Matter.
I like the meme where I seen that blue thing being peeled away and underneath it, it's a Nazi flag. Like, what, you have to have something mentally wrong with you. Like, this isn't a team, it's not a team sport. It's like...
You know what? I like the Trump hat now. Like, this is really, like, if I see someone wearing a MAGA hat and stuff, like, I just know not to like you or not to bother talking.
We don't get along.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm not holding the door.
I'm for it.
You watch it.
Fucking,
the first episode of this season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I told you about
Larry
that.
David.
Your motherfucker retweeted it.
Yeah, and he retweeted it.
What the
Trump
fuck? He's like,
retweeted it.
dude, Trump supporters are strong, big, burly guys.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He's making fun of you. Maybe he's just that good at trolling.
Trolling, I question every tweet. Dude, like, how does no one go like, no, Trump, no,
right?
No more of this.
Stop
tweeting.
For the love of God. Yeah.
And just close the app, you know? Mm-hmm. It has to be
You gotta, like, sneak away from everybody and do that shit real quick. God damn it, you got the phone again. You know, there's like 6 guys in suits running down the hall.
He has, like,
secret security.
Home Alone tracks to stop them.
He's known for constantly using unsecured cell phones.
Damn, he's stupid.
Lock her up!
Emails.
Lock her up. Yeah, emails. Hey, man, I don't know. He's just getting rich people rich.
Yeah,
I think
she's
he's got...
fucking awful.
He's a company dude. It's just... That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Bernie's not maybe gonna win this year. Like, just these companies, dude. Mm-hmm. Nothing gets in between the money. Yeah.
That when you have somebody like Jeff Bezos who has like a real interest in what happens here in terms of saving money on taxes and fucking over the working class, when he owns one of the biggest newspapers in the country, like how's that fair?
Conflict of interest, man, or
like
something, bro.
I don't think celebrities should endorse at all.
No, I don't have a problem with that. The whole shut up and dribble thing.
I just don't like. You're gonna get some stupid guy to make a decision he doesn't understand.
They should still be able to talk. You can't silence.
I guess so, but you know.
Because you know what's funny is most of the time you'll hear the shut up and dribble or whatever, keep the singing thing. It always comes from people on the right when somebody is like endorsing somebody on the left. But then when an actor or a singer or some shit comes out for somebody on the right, they're like, that's what I'm talking. Like back when Clint Eastwood was doing his Republican thing, now he's a Michael Bloomberg guy.
Yeah, this is America.
Who got...
Remember that?
So I was telling you, Andrew Yang took 0.1% of the votes in the Nevada caucuses. That was more than Michael Bloomberg, who, if I go on YouTube or Snapchat, all I see is fucking ads for Michael Bloomberg.
I bought some stupid shit in my life, but nothing on the level of what Bloomberg's doing with all these ads right now. Stop, bro.
I was seeing those.
So I read a tweet the other day that said a Bloomberg guy going door to door showed up at his house. He was just defeated. he was a broken man when he got here, dude.
I see it.
He's like, he pretty much just told me, why don't you like him? Wrote it down for a minute, and he was on to the next house.
Why don't you like him? I know. You
just defeated, like Bloomberg.
So, yeah, but I just wanted to double check to make sure that what I was saying about the Washington Post being owned by Bezos is true. Yeah, I was for sure right. I was pretty sure I was right on that one.
That's why you're our tech guy.
Sheldon, you want to do that?
No.